positively indecent.
Look where he did to me.
Your conduct was disgusting. It isn't done. It isn't done. Strangle. Strangle. Indecent. Indecent. And a man dying of thirst. Forget water. Disgusting. You're mad.
Come back soon, won't you? Come back. Come back.
I am Dracula. A moment ago, I stumbled upon a most amazing phenomenon. Something so incredible, I mistrust my own judgment. Look.
Dracula. The very mention of the name brings to mind things so evil, so fantastic, so degrading. You wonder if it isn't all a dream, a nightmare.
Rats. Thousands. Millions of them.
But no, this is no dream. This is Dracula, the original terrifying story of a maniac and a man who lived after death, lived on human blood, took the form of a vampire bat, and lured innocent girls to a fate truly worse than death.
Dracula? Oh, what's he done to you, dearie? Tell me.
He came to me. He opened a vein in his arm, and he made me drink. It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria.
Elizabeth!
To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you've heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stuns your emotions. Frankenstein.
Don't touch that!
I'll agree to lay off for 48 hours. But I give you my word, if you don't succeed, I'll come in here, seal every door, place everybody under technical arrest, take fingerprints, conduct a rigid inspection. I don't care if the whole world knows it. There have been 6 murders committed all in the same circumstances. The evidence points here.
Another one.
If you only knew the things that have happened.
Are you worried about your father?
Yes, I am. Terribly.
Oh, the only thing I'm concerned about is your safety.
Say, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Nothing at all. Only all last night I lay down with a bunch of stiffs. Look at a lot of goofy guys, let a dame poke a gun in my stomach, and then I take a trick cigar from a dumb policeman.
It is my theory that one of us in the past, from dire necessity, was driven to cannibalism. The memory of that act was hammered like a nail into the mind of that man. Shrewd and brilliant. He could conceal his madness from the human eye, even from himself, but he can't conceal it from the eyes of the radio sensitivity.
Dr. Miracle, in the Rue Morgue, is guilty of 4 murders so far this week. And by now, perhaps a 5th.
Have any of you seen the captain today?
No, he wasn't down for dinner.
Ever since you gave him those orders yesterday to cut through these waters, he's had the jitters.
Doesn't Brank Island mean anything to you?
Not a lot.
Well, perhaps if I could talk with Mr. Rainsford.
But Bob's not a sailor, he's a hunter.
Listen here, you fellas. This world's divided into 2 kinds of people, the hunter and the hunted. And luckily, I'm a hunter. Our yacht just sunk with all hands. I got ashore and found your place here by accident.
I am Count Zaroff.
My name's Robert Rainsford. Glad to meet you.
That is how most of my other guests have felt.
Your other guests? You mean this has happened before?
My dear fellow, we have several survivors from the last wreck still in the house. It would seem that this island were cursed. This is Mr. Robert Rainsford, who hunts big game so adventurously.
Then you're a hunter yourself.
It is my one passion here on my island. I hunt the most dangerous game.
The most dangerous game? Hunt men? So that's your most dangerous game. Take half-drowned men from ships you've wrecked and drive them out to be hunted.
Outdoor chest, Mr. Rainsford. Say you'll hunt with me.
From Haiti, land of the voodoo, comes the most infamous cult of all. Bela Lugosi as Murder Legendre.
I see death.
Master of the undead damned. The sinister power behind the white zombie.
Zombies? Yes. They are my servants.
This soul killer takes men from their graves to be his slaves. His instruments of terror, and now this fiend plots to possess a woman.
Only a pinpoint, Monsieur Beaumont, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower. Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed the certificate. I saw them bury her.
Captive in the borderland between life and death. Her brain drained of the life spark. The white zombie obeys the unholy commands of her demon master. As mindless creatures carry out his cursed will, terror explodes in horror and heartquake.
Zombie! Allez, allez!
Never eyes so evil, never powers so potent, never magic so black. Bela Dracula Lugosi as the master of the white zombie.
There's a landslide. Half the mountain seems to be crumbling. It only just missed us.
You see, there isn't anywhere else we can go. Even the road below is underwater, and for that matter, this place itself may be underwater pretty soon, or even buried.
Did you hear what he said? There's a landslide and floods. The lake has burst its banks. We're trapped. We're trapped.
I was thinking I'd like to pretend that I was your lover. And that you were mine, Gladys, body and soul. I'd like to take you in my arms and hold you and press you to me very gently.
Where's Pendrell? I've got to look after him.
move!
Death, eternal punishment for anyone who opens this casket.
The mummy. Is it dead or alive? Human or inhuman? You'll know. You'll see. You'll feel the awful, creeping, crawling terror that stands your hair on end and brings a scream to your lips. There's nothing on earth like the mummy.
You will not remember what I show you now, and yet I shall awaken memories of love and crime and death.
Now I know his horrible plan. He is going to kill her and make her a living mummy like himself.
Haben Sie gehört? Gute Nacht.
We didn't lie to you folks. We told you we had living, breathing monstrosities. You laughed at them, shuddered at them, and yet, but for the accident of birth, you might be even as they are. They did not ask to be brought into the world, but into the world they came.
She's the most beautiful big woman I have ever seen. Why, Hans, how you talk. I should be jealous pretty soon. Ah, don't be silly.
You must come to see me sometime, and we'll have a little wine together. Frida, something's wrong. What is it?
Well, that Cleopatra woman, my Hans. Oh, I cannot tell it. You think because she's so beautiful, and I'm just a man. Don't, Hans. To me, you're a man. But to her, you're only something to laugh at.
You spoil everything if he hears you.
Then it's not for Hans you care. It's the money. He has told you of the fortune he has inherited.
Her fortune? Can you beat that? Her fortune? And I have him like that?
Let them laugh. They're swine. I love her. They can't hurt me, but they hurt me.
They're going to make you one of them. My peacock.
full moon strikes the door of my tomb, I will come back. You hear? I will come back to kill.
Sie werden diesen Raum lebend nicht mehr verlassen. Es bleiben Ihnen noch 3 Stunden, um zu sterben.
Der letzte Sinn des Verbrechens ist, eine unbeschränkte Herrschaft des Verbrechens aufzurichten. Ein Zustand vollkommener Unsicherheit und Anarchie, aufgebaut auf den zerstörenden Idealen einer Welt, die zum Untergang verurteilt ist. Wenn die Menschen vom Terror des Verbrechens beherrscht, von Grauen und Entsetzen toll geworden sind, wenn das Chaos zum obersten Gesetz raubt, dann ist die Stunde der Herrschaft des Verbrechens da.
Exquisite. Almost as beautiful as the original. Someday I hope to have you restore Marie Antoinette.
What's the matter, sir?
Nothing at all, my boy. I should like to meet your friend.
Why, certainly, sir.
You will always be beautiful. Think, my child. In 1,000 years, you will be as lovely as you are now. Come.
No.
Come.
Let me go. Let me go.
Don't be afraid, my dear. In a few minutes, the container will have filled with wax. And when it overflows, your beauty will be preserved forever.
Stop where you are!
Why, the whole world will pay to see this.
No chains will ever hold that.
We'll give him more than chains. He's always been king of his world, but we'll teach him fear. We're millionaires, boys. I'll share it with all of you. Why, in a few months it'll be up in lights on Broadway. Kong, the 8th wonder of the world! All right. The public wants a girl, and this time I'm going to give them what they want. I don't know where you're going to get it.
Oh, this is no place for a girl.
I wish you wouldn't keep harping on that.
You won't find that island on any chart. Here's what the island looks like. Skull Mountain, the wall, everything just like on my funny little map.
Now for about 30.
greatest picture in the world. Hear that? They're saying, come, come.
Look at that. Torches going through the village.
Breakfast him! It's gone! Cover up, man! We're going over the side! Under 24 hours, there'll be nothing left to fire.
Bandages right up to the top of his head, all round his ears.
Flora's worried about Griffin.
I had a terrible feeling last night. I felt he was in desperate trouble.
He meddled in things men should leave alone.
Not the slightest clue. That's where the clues are. He wasn't leaving anything to chance.
There must be a way back. God knows there's a way back.
Are you doing help?
If only they'd leave me alone.
It's the stranger with the goggles. He's gone mad.
You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you. Let me into your madness when you're peering through the keyholes and gaping through the curtains. And now you'll suffer for it.
But why? Why do it, Griffin? Just a scientific experiment at first, to do something no other man in the world had done. Suddenly I realized the power I held, the power to rule, to make the world grovel at my feet.
You know who the Invisible Man is, Doctor. Where is Dr. Griffin? What's the good of concealing it?
Oh, come and stay with us. Let's fight this thing out together.
Police, quickly. The Invisible Man is in my house. He's mad. He's killed a man tonight. Believe me, as surely as the moon will set and the sun will rise, I shall kill you tomorrow night. The secret of invisibility lies there in my books. Don't you see what it means? Power. Power to walk into the gold vaults of the nations, into the secrets of kings, into the Holy of Holies. Power to make multitudes run, squealing in terror at the touch of my little invisible finger. Even the moon's frightened of me. The whole world's frightened to death. I'll lay traps that even an invisible man can't pass. Radio stations now. Watch the wall. Help! Help! He's here! He's here! Here we go, gathering nuts and may on a cold and frosty morning. Whoops!
I am the maniac. Take heed. I am talking to you. And you. And you. If you dare tell anyone how this picture ends, if you dare reveal who the murderer really is, I'll climb into your bedroom window tonight and tear you limb from limb. I'll haunt you. Good night. Sleep tight. Pleasant dreams.
But how else can we explain these terrible deaths? Von Elst last night, 5 others before him. That's 6 within as many weeks, Inspector. Our friends, neighbors that we'd known for years, drained of their life's blood, found dead in bed, lifeless skeletons of skin and bone. Vampires are at large, I tell you, vampires.
Did you ever hear of Satanism, the worship of the devil, of evil? Approach with the great modern priest of that ancient cult. And tonight, dark of the moon, the rites of Lucifer are celebrated. And if I'm not mistaken, he intends you to play a part in that ritual. A very important part.
Where is my wife, Karen, and my daughter?
Karen? Why, what do you mean?
Where is she?
Open the door.
Come, this way.
Peter, where is he?
Never mind him. But you will be dead soon if you don't come with me quickly.
And Karen?
Karen is dead.
No! I mean Karen, your daughter. Madame Pulsic.
What do you mean?
She's alive, here in this house. She's Pulsic's wife.
The only specimen of the mariposa plant in England. That flower is the only known antidote for werewolfery.
A very interesting folk tale, but of no value to the police.
I warn you, sir, Unless you secure this plant, there'll be an epidemic that will turn London into a shambles.
When my experiments are completed, I will show their results to the entire world. Not before.
Remember this, Dr. Glendon. The werewolf instinctively seeks to kill the thing it loves best.
You brought this on me that night in Tibet.
Sorry I can't share this with you.
Statement by the prefect of police today, it was admitted that Paul Levon, former bank president, convicted of looting his own bank and killing a watchman, escaped from prison 4 months ago.
Thank you 1,000 times, monsieur. You'll never know how happy it makes me to leave one of my dolls in your beautiful home.
There's something in this house. This is an authentic little replica itself. Isn't it?
Whatever you are, in God's name, listen and have mercy. I'll confess.
No one leave. No one let your peril. We will not stop until we have discovered the vampires who seek the life of this beautiful girl and her lover. Watch out! They may be hovering over you, or you, or you! Danger stalks through the night. No one is safe.
Their fury would follow us to the ends of the earth. No, we must destroy them all together.
Scourge of mankind, they shall be found. I hereby summon to this place next week every person within the sound of my voice. You shall be judges of this eerie conspiracy. Here we shall meet Lionel Barrymore, Elizabeth Allen, Bela Lugosi, Jean Herschel, Lionel Atwill. Mark of the Vampire.
such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Ah, good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Good night. Good night. No! Help! Help! Murder!
seize or destroy the war.
Take this girl away. Come on, lady.
Captain West, I want to know the connection between this plane crash and Dr. Zorka's death. And unless you tell me...
All right, arrest her.
It must work. As the Phantom, there is nothing that I cannot do.
Plane 8 miles off Devil's Point, heading for the Navy anchorage.